Hi guys, my name is Virginia Wu. I'm 9 years old, and today I'm going to do lights, camera, and create challenge. There are 4 options. I chose one of them. It's called Living Legends. It's when you become a historian and you do a project about it. I chose Henry Ford, and he was born in 1963 and died in 1947. Who was Henry Ford? Henry Ford was a very smart man. He was an American industrialist, business magnate, developer of the assembly line, and founder of Ford. Henry grew up with his mom, Claire Bryant Ford. His siblings were William Ford Jr., Mark Garrett Ford, Jane Ford, and Robert Ford. When Henry was a child, he would like to break apart his brother's toys. That's why they always hid it from him. What was Henry Ford known for? Ford. Henry Ford was the founder of Ford. Ford is still a very popular car company. In fact, it's the 8th most used car around the world today. The assembly line. The assembly line was also developed by Henry Ford. It was when people lined up and did one part of what their group was creating. What was the impact on Ford? Ford was the first automobile car in the world. In the past, people relied on the horses to pull them from place to place. In England, people relied on the wind to push them. Henry Ford's cars were also affordable. That time, lots of people didn't have a lot of money. That way, people had cars even though they didn't have a lot of money. What was the impact on the assembly line? Make things done faster. Before, cars took about 3 days to finish. When Ford developed the assembly line, it only took 90 minutes. Everybody is not as tired making it. If one single person had to make 3 cars a day, that would be very tiring hours. Since the car only took 90 minutes, it would take about 8 cars in 12 hours. Are there places named after Henry Ford? There's a hospital named after Henry Ford. It's called Henry Ford Hospital. It is in Detroit, Michigan. There's a school named after him. There is actually 2. One is Henry Ford Elementary and the other is Fordson High School. There's also a museum named after him. It was founded by Henry Ford. It is in Dearborn, Michigan. Millions visit during the year. Conclusion on Henry Ford. Have you ever wondered if you could found or develop something that could impact the world? Henry Ford was very smart. He made an impact around the world, and a lot of people still use his ideas. The real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Said by Henry Ford. It's when you don't learn from your mistakes. Bye. Thank you.